CVA's Accuracy Series, Bergara barrels for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CVA, it's just a better gun.
This segment's being brought to you by 3rd Regiment Game Calls. Friends, family, and faith in the outdoors. One call at a time.
All right, everyone, welcome back. It's
segment's brought to you by Flowers Garden Center and Deer Processing. They are open, so be sure and go down there and get you some of those beef sticks, the new deer bacon.
That's right, 4550 Eatons Creek Road. They don't know about the breakfast sausage and the snack sticks. They'll hook you up down there. Pictures of the week. Here we are. This picture sent in by Chad Rogers and his son Lane with his very first dove. He said this year he finally got to learn how to lead them a little bit to knock them out of the sky.
That's what it takes.
That's a little trick there. You got to lead them to get them. This second pick is Bryce Birch with a couple of squirrels he recently got on a hunt. That's a nice looking squirrels, Bryce. There's plenty of them out there. Good job. And this is Corey Scarbrough. He's 15 years old. He wants to be an ag teacher. He's also learning taxidermy, and he mounted this deer with the help of his dad Brian from an FFA project. That looks awesome, and that is a great hobby to get in. There's a lot of work in that. And we got the fourth picture. This is William Walpole and his son Boone heading out for a night of hunting. This segment here is brought to you by Caney Fork Outdoors. They're located off the Center Hill Dam exit. Oh, my bad. We got to send the picture. Southern Woods 474 James Robinson Parkway, Nashville, Tennessee. Or you can send them to Facebook, Southern Woods and Waters. Email them to Brandon at swwtv@mail.com. Well, we got a little squirrely there, but that's all right.
Yeah.
That young man had some nice squirrels. I ain't had no supper, and that sounds good right now.
The woods are covered with squirrels right now. They're cutting and everything else with acorns falling and everything getting ready. Well, Mickey, let me hear something. Tell me what you're really going to do this weekend with this rain coming in and all this stuff is fixing to happen.
Well, I'm going to first put my trolling motor down, turn my Garmin on, my Garmin Live Scope.
Uh-oh. That's something else we'll get into here in a minute. Let's hear a little bit about that.
So what do you want to hear about this weekend?
Yeah, come on.
Well, we said a while ago.
What's your game plan? We want to know.
I locked through for the tournament on Saturday because I want to go to run some running water.
Right.
And of course, now that we've got all kinds of rain coming in, the water's going to be rising, and with the water rising, the fish is going to have a tend to suspend. So what do? You got to go to running water. I think you taught me that a long time ago. Don't throw a spinnerbait in no culverts, would you?
No, like fishing.
So this weekend I will be covering a lot of running water.
And you know, they're going to have to be careful because the water's going to come up so quick. We're going to have a lot of lightning and debris. And it's just real delicate weekend for some beginner anglers. And there's going to be experienced anglers that still need to keep their eyes out because the water's dangerous.
I think Richard said 200-some boats going out of flippers.
Right.
And I've been fishing all my life, and I've always, you know, tried to brave it a little bit, you know, the lightning and the storm. And about a month and a half ago, me and your boy Steve Mull, good old daddy Steve Mull.
Y'all got into it, didn't you?
And I reared back though that Hoppy's jig and laid me on my butt and had
got struck by lightning.
Come right out my toe. My toe throbbed for I felt like a toothache in my shoe.
Yep.
So them young men, put that rod down.
One thing I will say about Bass Nation, if there's any danger, if they feel it's dangerous, those boys will not go.
Right.
If they feel it's okay, they'll let them go. But we sat at Percy Priest for a couple hours one day. You had been there for that tournament, and you had put in at another ramp and decided it was so foggy, you come over and put in the ramp at Fake Sanders. And so you were the last boat to come through, but you had been there for forever, and they were waiting for that fog to lift. But we couldn't see the buoy markers out on the channel.
And that's what happens a lot this time of year. You get temperature change and a little moisture, and you'll get a lot more fog than normal.
But Bass Nation they'll keep them there until they feel it's right.
Well, that's good. Well, Mickey, I think I'm going to try to go out a little while tomorrow.
I did catch some of your fish yesterday.
I don't doubt it. Them toothy critters.
Them big toothy critters. Of course, I threw them back, and that would have been some good supper, some sauger.
It's
but
that time of year. Sauger and walleye starting to do their thing.
Sure enough.
It's fixing to turn loose for sure.
Had a good time catching them out there at Old Hickory. Of course, they, like you said a while ago, they dropped the lake 1.5 feet, 2 foot today. Foot on on Priest as well.
Yeah, they're getting ready for all these rains and all this flooding. I mean, we're fixing to get a lot of water. And you know, we haven't had rain in a couple of weeks, so the ground's probably going to eat some of it up, but man, not no 4 inches, it's coming.
We were talking about the Bass Nation a while ago. And we got these inflatable life jackets, and I don't know if this is a big tip, because I fish ABA, the BFL, the FLW, and I'll get a co-angler in the boat, and they've got the inflatable. The inflatable's got the cartridge in them. One has a locking mechanism, and the other one screws in. This is the big tip to them young men and women that's fishing, is the one that unscrews. It will vibrate loose and fall out. I had a co-angler, I had him check it, and it was gone.
Wow.
So the inflatables are one thing to keep an eye on as well.
Well, there's always been my debate about an inflatable. If it's not working and you don't know if it's loaded for sure or not, and you get slung out of the boat and you get knocked out, you're not going to be able to pull it. You better hope it goes off. That's why I'm still a big fan of the old style, strap it on. If you get knocked out, they're going to find you.
I agree with you.
It's just a little bit
And every time
safe.
I've been out with you, it was, you know, you had seen me wear the life jackets.
What is it?
Because I would drop the camera. If I went to fall, I'd drop the camera in the boat. And just make sure that because I can swim, but I was going to go out and leave the camera there.
Man, I'm just ready for it. I mean, you know, the MAC tournament's coming up Sunday at Priest.
Yes,
and so that's a good place to be for everybody that don't have anything to do this weekend. There's door prizes, there's the great tournaments for a great cause. So you really need to be out there and try to support your local people.
Will you be out there?
Yeah, I'll be out there.
So you're enter your money in, right?
You dang right.
You want to go ahead and give it to me now?
Well, I'll give you half now. And I'll give you the other half when we're done.
It'll be a good tournament. It'll be a good day out there fishing.
Oh yeah, it's going to be, I mean, the weather's finally cooling down enough that stuff's going to change. You know, we've had this high pressure skies, and you know, the full moon just left. We've had that major full moon. I mean, you could look out and the deer are moving, everything's working, you know, and now we're coming off that full moon phase, so it's a little different. It's a little different.
Yeah.
All right, product of the week, y'all. It's brought to you by Caney Fork Outdoors, located near Center Hill Dam exit off I-40. Find them at caneyforkoutdoors.com and tell them thank you for everything they do here at Southern Woods and Waters. Product of the week, we got the Yankum Custom Tackle.
Over here.
Right here.
Yeah.
They've got all kinds of good products now. They've got spinner baits, they've got hair flies, they've got rods, they've got hats. There's some fine people up there that fishes with Bobby Gentry up at Dale Hollow. So if you're in the market for some good product, y'all look them up. Yankum Custom Tackle. You cannot go wrong with it. It's something that is a really fine product made in America. It's hard to find anything in some stores that's not American made right now.
Well, they've got a market up there at Dale Hollow.
They have a full line. I think they've moved to Salina. I mean, they're in Salina, but they went to Center Hill store somewhere, I believe. I think they have got a store at Center Hill also.
Just don't throw the OD green, right?
That's right. And remember, y'all, to follow us on Facebook. Always be checking Facebook. We got stuff here and there and everywhere on there. Yep. And you can also go to swwtv.com.
That has all the links to our sponsors.
It's got all the link to all of our sponsors. And that's what you need to do, is just make sure you check on all of our sponsors. They do a lot for us. And we'll be back.